Wake up again, it's a new day. Wake up your soul, it's time to fly. Hold on the winds and kiss the sky. The birds and flowers were made for you and me. I must be all I can be.
Good morning everyone. It is Woohoo Wednesday. Ah boy, we get to open our eyes this morning. We get to behold God's creations. It is so good to be here with you this morning. It seems that it has been forever. Oh, but it's just right there. Last I see was real recent, but it's so good to be here this morning. I hope you get your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, your water, whatever it is that you drink early this morning, and get ready for a wonderful show this morning. All right. Remember our theme. We are centered around, drenching this world in positivity. So you have a work to do. I have a work to do. We all have a work to do to ensure that our world is looking better and better each day. It wouldn't just start to look, good unless we start to do something about it. Yeah. Remember, we are salts of the earth. Salt has value in it. So let's continue to just salty up this place, because oh boy, this world, when you look around it, we see hatred, we see violence, we see people hurting, we see people discouraged and depressed, and we have to do something about it. I mean, we just can't sit by and let all of this go on like this when clearly we can do something about it. Sometimes it's all a smile that it takes. Sometimes it's a word of encouragement. Sometimes, working with someone, mentoring someone can transform a whole lot of people, because that one person that you are working with can transform many lives. You might be a good talker or a good orator. They might be. And if you are encouraging them and motivating them and strengthening them, and they use that skill, oh boy, they can reach thousands of people and impact thousands of lives. All it takes is you doing something about it. Yeah? We're going to give God thanks for such a beautiful morning. I see lots of us are here this morning. We see Suri Bernard as usual. She opened the door this morning for us. Yeah. We have Joy Gurshad, Mr. Dennis McIntyre. The man is about 3 times my age, so I have to put some respect on that name. Right. Marcelin George, Lyndon Jofield, Jerry Colado. Across the world, we are on board this morning. All right, Wendy Ann Norton. Yep. Mr. Dennison is asking, how is Tobago? Well, Tobago behaving itself, nothing bad in it. Yeah, going good so far. Yep. Doreen Reed Nelson. I think I pronounced that correct. It's like Reed and Nelson in two in one name. Yeah. Good morning, Lindian Roberts, Patsy Greg. Yep. Oh, morning, Wendy Ann. Good morning. All right. Yes, good morning, Florence Sturton and Average George Jacques. Yep, my boy Hendrickson. Good morning to you, sir. Hope all is well in your corner of the world. Yep. Sheila Hussein, Alice John. Oh, pleasant morning to you all. It's so good to see you all lined up here this morning, sitting at the table, eating breakfast, or breakfasts. Yep, with each other. Oh, it's so good that we are here. I am so glad to share your company this morning. Yep. All right. So we hope to have a good show this morning. We want to begin, of course, the right way, with a prayer. Before that, I see Sister Aretha. Good morning, Diana John. Good morning. Yep. And Surana Bernard. Well, I guess it's Peter. Yes, Peter and Bev. Good morning to you all. That's the YouTube crew. Good morning to you as well. We see you. Oh, yep. All right, so let's begin with our prayer. Join me at this time as we approach our Father in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning. We are grateful, dear God, that you have allowed us to be alive. You have protected us through the night. You have blessed us this morning. You have given us strength in our bodies. Thank you, dear God. Help us to see this day with new eyes. Help us to share the joy with someone that we have, Father. Help us to share that joy, because this world do not understand what you have in store for us. Help us to show them. Help us to demonstrate You know, that kind of love and hope that you have given to us, so that they too can desire that and surrender themselves to you. Bless us, bless our show this morning. May it be profitable. May we all be encouraged. Continue to use us in a mighty way, that we will be strengthening others. And, you know, as iron sharpens iron, dear God, that we'll continue to strengthen each other. Bless those that are not feeling well at this time. We pray for your healing hands upon them, for them to be restored to full health, and that they will be feeling well again, Father. Those that are hurt and those that are discouraged, Father, may you continue to give them strength and ease their pain and take away their sorrows, Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Alright. So, as we get on into it, good morning, Misty Blue Duncan Diva. Morning, morning. Alright. I know some places of the world it's evening. Some places it's noon. Yep. Alright. Yep, I'm just see. Yes, Hendrickson is saying, Adrian, I'm smiling at you. Alright. Yep. All of us. Are we happy this morning? Yep. Niceness. Laura, Faith, Hope, Love. Yep, she's saying, blessed morning, everyone. Have a super awesome day in the Lord. And same to you, my sister. Same to you. Monica Bayam, good morning. Yep, alright. So, we have all of us here this morning, so why not sing some songs together? Yeah? Wake up the neighbor a little bit. They're sleeping too soundly. So sing a little song, wake them up. I mean, I know when you are singing at home, I know it sounds like the birds are chirping and everybody wants to just sit and listen for hours. So, you know, just start off the morning singing. Alright? Start your chirping. Alright? We're going to sing some songs. Let's start by singing Everybody Ought to Know. I think everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Alright? Let's go. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Who is he? He's the lily of the valley. He's the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000. So everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Yep, he's also our all. King Jesus is all. Yep, you can sing it with me. You can echo it. It works well either way. Yeah, let's sing. King Jesus is all. He's my all in all. And I know he will answer when I call. He's walking by my side. I'm satisfied. King Jesus is all. He's my all in all. Let's go again. I need to hear you now. King Jesus is all. He's my all in all. And I know he will answer when I call. He's walking by my side. Oh, I'm satisfied. The King Jesus is all. Oh, he's my all in all. The King Jesus is all. Oh, he's my all in all. Amen, amen. That's who Jesus is. He's our all. You have to make him your all. Oh, nothing should come in the way. Nothing should come in the way of you and Jesus. That's right. Let's sing My Only Hope Is You. My only hope is you. My only hope is you. Jesus, my only hope is you. From early in the morning till late at night, My only hope is you. Peace. My only peace is you. Jesus, my only peace is you. From early in the morning to late at night, my only peace is you. Joy. My only joy is you, Jesus. My only joy is you. From early in the morning till late at night, my only joy is you. And all that I need is you. Jesus, all that I need is you. From early in the morning till late at night, all that I need is you. And all that I need is you. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Good morning, Vera Ropa. Good morning, Aaron Ostri. See Lily Nomili. Good morning to you, Sherm Straker. Good morning. Yep. Laura, Faith, Hope, Love is saying, oh yes, King Jesus is my all. Amen. We can't have it better than that. Good morning, Sister Sandra Stewart. Good morning. Oh yes, top of the morning to you all. My brother Ian Critchlow. Good morning, my brother. Yep. Good morning. Don't forget, share the live, share the positivity with someone. Good morning, Sister Candice Alexander. Good morning. Hope all is well. Wonderful Wednesday. Oh, it is. It is truly wonderful Wednesday. Yep. I am seeing MK Legacy saying, Milton Finlay. Yep. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be exceedingly glad. Oh, wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. You all are coming out with the words this morning. I love the positivity. Yep. Good morning, Elizabeth Durity. Good morning. So, I hope that you have started your morning well. If not, you just give your face a little rinse. You know, a little cold water, just slap it on your face there. Not slap your face, slap the cold water there. You know, just rinse off that, the little grease from the night before. You know how it is go. Alright, the little morning face, Just rinse off that a little bit. Let the cold water wake you up. Yep, some of us, if you like me, you will set your alarm for early, just like me. Nothing wrong with that. And you get up, just like me, and you sit down on the couch, just like me, and then you fall asleep. Oh boy, it's a struggle, I'm not the morning person, I'm working on it. I'm not this morning person. My wife, she gets up early. Oh boy, she's an early bird. And just keeps going like if nothing has happened. It's like she was waking the whole night. Yeah, I don't know. I'm working up to that kind of morningness. Yep. That's the problem with the face there, my brother Dennison. That's the problem right there. He was trying to wonder whole morning. What's wrong? What's the issue there? And that's it right there. Yep, the morning face. It's fighting me. Alright. But I'm so glad that we are here this morning. To share that joy, share that positivity. I love the little banter in the chat. I love seeing you commenting and having a good time with each other, throwing talk for each other. That's what we're talking about. That's how we share the love and the positivity. Oh yes. Good morning, Brother Adrian. Blessings to you and your house. So thank you, sister. Yep. Oh yes, Lillian is quite correct. She said that's what a mother does. I couldn't agree more. Yep, that's right. I want to shout out all the mothers out there. You do everything. You put your life on the line. You just keep going. You work so hard. I think all mothers, there should be just a Mother's Day exclusively. We need also every day to just treat them well because they do so much for us. They bring us so much joy. They nurture us. They work so hard. Sitting down is a problem. Yeah, sitting down is a problem. Oh, some of the mothers out there, they sit down, they feel sick. So just big up all the mothers out there who work so tirelessly, selflessly, putting others before themselves. You are special. Yeah? And it's not even Mother's Day, but who cares? Who cares? There's no special day. Every day is that special day. Yep. Marcel and Joe saying a good wife is always an early bird. Oh, well, I have a great wife, yes? Yep, I have a great one. Denison McIntyre says, too much TV at night. Well, if I tell you something, well, I don't have no TV station home by me. Ah, boy. Ah, boy, ah, boy. But, yeah, sometimes the lateness sometimes. Yeah, I sometimes go to sleep a little late. But, hey, we need that beauty sleep, yeah? Not so? We need that beauty sleep. Ah, good morning, Naraya LeBlanc, my brother. Good morning to you, my brother. Yep. So, before we get into our short ad, or a tantalizing ad, or a delicious ad, I have a question for you. Alright, so get ready to answer this question. Alright, so, are you ready for this question? Let's see those fast minds at work now. I have been giving you all too much easy questions. I said, you know what, that's it. Enough is enough. I am no longer going to give you easy questions as of today. So, again, you call it on yourself. You should have waited for a little while before answering, but you, no. You know the answer. You want to show off, you know the answer. You put it first. Yep, you put it quick. But not today. Not today. Mark my words. So, you ready for this question? Those on YouTube? Let's see. Those on Facebook? Let's see. The question is this. If you sit a cup on a table facing south while you are on the north side of the table, on which side is the cup handle? Yep. If you sit a cup on the table facing south while you are on the north side of the table, on which side is the cup's handle? And that's your question this morning. We're going to have an ad this time. Come back, right back, and give you the answer to that question. Yep. Let's go.
We grillin', we grillin', we grillin', yeah. We chillin', we chillin', we chillin', yeah. We grillin', we grillin', we grillin', yeah. We chillin', we chillin', we chillin', yeah. Come on down, grillin' the bell. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, we in Pleasantville. Come on down, Belly's A Avenue. Got everything for you, your family and your crew. Grillin', we grillin', we grillin'. Chillin', we chillin', we chillin', yeah. We grillin', we grillin', we grillin', yeah. We chillin', we chillin', we chillin', yeah. Delicious, delicious, delicious indeed. Delicious, delicious, delicious indeed. Delicious, delicious, delicious indeed. Delicious, delicious, delicious indeed.
Grillin' the Ville, restaurant quality food at street food prices. Open Fridays and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Call 471-6178. Grillin' the Ville, simply grillicious.
Alright. Oh, sorry. I was prepared for that grillicious. Oh boy, that looks so good. And by the way, I went and got my grillicious food right by Grill in the Ville. Oh, Bally's Avenue. Oh my, the vibes there is nice. Yeah, but everybody park up there waiting to get their food, get their goods on. Oh boy, and it was delicious indeed. Oh yes, it's a good place to carry the family. Everybody just chilling there. While he's grilling, you chilling, and you're having a good time. Everybody's everybody, and it's food brings people together. We were there, and random people just showing up, and we just having a conversation. Yeah. Well, oh boy, it was such a good experience. So I was just in preparation mood there when you caught me. You caught me there. You caught me dribbling there. So we had a question for you just before we left. All right, for the ad, and come right back. So the question is, if you sit a cup on a table facing south while you are on the north side of the table, on which side is the cup's handle? Yep. Well, we see Shaman Boy says the handle will be facing my bathroom. All right, let's see. Up on the north side, says Marcel and George. All right, you mean part of Spain? Oh, no. Okay. The right side, Mr. Dennison says up. All right, but I will give the answer to Jagde Lochman, who says it first. All right. And Lyndon Roberts also, and Patsy Gregg also. Yep, coming in there. The cup's handle is always on the outside, no matter which way the cup is turned. The handle is always on the outside. Yep, that's the answer right there. So congratulations to you. All right, congratulations to you. Jagday Lutchman, you got the answer first. All right, bragging rights is all yours. Diana John says, my cup doesn't have a handle. Oh, unfortunately. Sister Rita says, not. Unfortunately, no. It's on the outside. Yep. All right, you should have seen that coming. All right. So, that's the question this morning. That's the question. You all, I find you all answered that kind of fairly easier, and I didn't like that at all. I'm not liking this thing at all. It should be that everybody should be silent when I ask this, and nobody should know the answer because everybody is stumped. Whatever could the answer be? You know? But you all making it hard for yourself. And you're making it hard for me because I have to go and find a hard riddle now to wax your brain. And it's difficult. You know? I have to go and start making up stuff just now. You know? I have to go and start making up stuff. And have the answer totally nonsense. You know, like you might ask, if I'm facing east and you facing west, what day is Wednesday? Or something like that. Some kind of thing like that. And have the answer be Africa. Something like that. I have to say something kind of weird because you all seem to be getting this thing too easy, man. And I don't know. It seemed like I just, throwing away so easy riddles, man. So, Joy Gushan is saying, Adrian, you need to come with harder questions. Remember, God gave us knowledge. Well, it is true. It is true. Yeah. I walk into that easy one there. And you all just good so. You all just good so. Alright, keep it up. You all are going good. Diana John is saying good one. Yes. Alright, so, wonderful. Let's get into it. Let's get into our topic this morning. This morning we're going to talk about chickens, butterflies, and turtles. Chickens, butterflies, and turtles. Average John Jack says, we are smart, bro. I know it. Only smart people on here. Yeah, God has blessed us with the ability to be smart. That's right. I just need to get smarter. To bring a smarter one for you all. Yes. I need to get smarter. That's right. Yep. Yep. Denison McIntyre says he needs to build muscles first. Well, my brother, some people are not blessed with all that stuff. Some people are not blessed with all the muscles and stuff. But you know what? Maybe in time I might show up and I might be stretching like this, and what's that over there? And you see all the muscles and so on and the jersey rips and so on, Yeah, in time, my brother, in time. Everything takes time. One time I was lifting weights for a whole month good. I going good pumping iron everything. Boom! I came and got dengue. Yeah, that dreaded fever kind of business there. Platelets gone down low. For a whole week in the hospital. All the muscles gone. I don't know where it went. All gone. You see that? I say, you see that? That thing like a balloon. And that balloon just pop. And I say, you see that? Let's say making no sense. Don't know where that muscles gone. One little fever set that thing and all the muscles disappear, boy. Nah, man. Nah. Alright, so chickens, butterflies, and turtles. Why this title? Let me give you a context to the title. We raised chickens for about 2 years or so. Layers. We raised chickens. That's how we were able to make the chicken soup, as you all distinctly remember. And so, we were raising layers to get eggs, probably sell eggs or use eggs. I love eggs. We love eggs. And those children, they could eat. They could eat us out of house and land. And so we raised chickens for a little while and we said, you know what? It's time we raise chickens on our own. Let's incubate some chickens. Let's hatch some chickens. So now instead of paying the set of money to get the whole big machine and so on, we decided to do the homemade version. So we got a big cooler, put a bulb in it. We put the little wire mesh and the newspaper and so on, and put some water on it there, inside it there and so on, and we tried it. We looked up how to do these things and so on. We put the eggs in there. Now it takes about 21 days for the eggs to hatch. About 21 days. And God has designed these chickens in such a way that they do this so fluidly, by around the 18th day or so, The humidity needs to increase, as we learned later down. And so the mother chicken, no matter how hail could fall, storm could pass, all of these things could happen. That mother chicken is not going to leave those eggs from the 18th day. She's going to stay right there until they hatch, because the humidity needs to be higher in those days. God is such an intelligent designer. That's an understatement. Yeah, we can't even begin to understand his ability. And so we raised these chickens, and so we decided to hatch the eggs and so on. We tried it, and by the 20th day or so, we heard some chirping. Yep, some chirping inside the shell. Inside the shell, it's closed up, it's sealed, and we heard chirping inside there. And it was such a joy. We were about to have some chickens and so on. Unfortunately, by the 21st day, we didn't see any hatch, and some of the chirping had stopped. And so we were wondering what was going on. We didn't know at the time that we needed to increase the humidity. So it was a learning experience. But in addition to that, we saw one where it was almost breaking through the shell. It's called pipping, right? P-I-P-ing, pipping. And so what they do, they take their beaks and they burst through the shell, or they pip through the shell, and they come out of the shell. Sometimes they make a nice little circle on top, and it comes out, and they come out of the shell. And so we see some of them were like that, and they didn't get much past there. And so just like my brother Hendrickson Andrews is saying they should have cracked the shell, I cracked the shell. And we cracked several shells, and so they came out, and so we held them out of the shell, and you know, unfortunately they didn't live long after that. They were weak, they were not healthy, and they eventually, within a few days, died. And so we said, you know what? We're not going to do that again. We have to change around the method. And by the second time we did it, 100% success. Because we learned that we needed to increase the humidity. What had happened, they had become fully formed inside the shell, but because there was little humidity, they stuck. Their feathers, their wings, and so on stuck to the shell, and they couldn't come out. And so we helped them through pipping of the shell, and they didn't survive. So we learned not to do that. Now it might work in some cases, as Hendrickson is saying, it probably worked for him. All the ones that we helped out, they died eventually. And they were looking good and healthy, but they were not strong enough. So that's the chickens. But then I'll give you a story where, and that's our experience there with chickens, but I'll give you a story that I've heard with a man a young boy who had a butterfly in a cocoon. The caterpillar wove a cocoon and went into it, was about to become a butterfly. And he said, you know what? It's looking like it's ready to come out of the butterfly of the cocoon, but you know it's not looking like it's coming out. So he decided he's gonna unravel the cocoon and help it out. And so he unraveled it, and sure enough, there was the butterfly. But the thing is, the butterfly wasn't strong enough to move around, and eventually it died because he helped it. That's the story of the butterfly there. Let me give you a next story. Well, not a story, but a true scenario. In our island of Trinidad and Tobago, we have what we call turtle watching, where we have the leatherback turtles. They lay their eggs and so on. They bury it. They go out to sea, and so on. And then eventually those eggs hatch and they move out to sea. I've seen them in action before. Several. I've seen almost 100 just going on their way to the beach and so on their way to the water. And we are often told that, do not lift up the turtles and put them in the water. Because if you do that, they will not return to the land that they were born in. So it's a process that they need to go through on their own without help from us who are concerned. And so you see, not all times help is good help. Right? And if you want to know further about that in the Bible, look at Nehemiah, where he was building the temple and the wall and so on, and then Tobias and Sanballat came to help him, and he said, no, we don't want your help, thank you. Be good over here. Not all help is good help. Sometimes we're trying to help, and then in their case, they were dishonest. But in other cases, we might be genuinely trying to help them, and we might be making it worse. And so those turtles, when they form and they waddle, paddle, walk, slide. I don't know what do turtles do? They walk, they slide, they paddle, they flap. I don't know. All the way to the water, they move. Let's use that there. They move to the water, and they return to that place where they were born. To lay eggs, of course, the females, that is. And so that's how it goes. So I gave an illustration of the chickens, the butterflies, and the turtles. What's common in all of this is that in each of them we tried to help, but they needed to do it on their own. The chickens, they have to pip through that shell. They pip through that shell, and it gives them that strength, and eventually they come out of it. That's that time frame that it takes them to do that. All of these things come together, and they are strong and healthy when they are hatched. The butterfly, they need to go through that period of time and that strength, and slowly move their wings a little more, and eventually they can move to a full butterfly. They have strength on their own now. They need to do it on their own. The turtles, they need to go to the water on their own without your help, so that they can return to lay their eggs in the place that they were born. If we don't do that and let them do that, and we help them to the water, eventually we're not going to have any turtles to watch in the future. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this to say there are certain things we need to do on our own. Let me use the children for example. Yep. And I share this because I'm sharing this today because I shared this with my students in the primary school yesterday. We had a RI session, and I shared this lesson with them as well. And I share the examples as well. And I said, there are times when we have our teachers, they teach us what to learn. And they guide us, they mold our minds and so on. But there comes a time where they no longer sit with us or stand over us. That's called an exam. We have to do it on our own. They will not be there to help us, and so we are on our own to do those exams. But what they would have taught us, we will now do based on what we learned. But they can't do it for us. We have to do it on our own. I've seen many times. We have young children, so I know this as well. In the preschools and so on, the teachers give the children assignments, and the parents do it. Why? Well, because they don't want their children, as Brother Mike would have mentioned last night in that session. He mentioned something on this topic as well. They want their children to be top of the class, and so that their children look like they're intelligent and smart and all this kind of such. And they do their homework for them, even from the preschool age and the primary school age and so on. And they do it for them, but the children is not getting wiser. They're going to remain unlearned, and they are fooling the teacher, but it's going to catch up to them in the future. They have to do it on their own. And another reason is, my parents would rush to do it is because they have other things to do, and the child is taking long. Okay, Johnny, write the number 4 for me. 4. You down. Johnny, write the number 4. Down. How is that again? And they take so long. So you say, you know what? I have things to do. They have so much work lined up, and they now reach the number 4. Let me do it for them. 4. Johnny, that is how you do the number 4. But Johnny is not going to learn to do it for himself, because you are his intelligence. You are his smart. He needs to learn on his own. That's why preschool teachers tell us the parents, they say when a child is drawing and coloring, don't form it with their hands and hold their hands and guide it. No, let them do it on their own. They are developing their motor skills. They are learning. Hendrickson is saying correct, Adrian, and professional adults do it to their children not being aware of the danger. The child will go through the system, not learning a thing. That's right. And that's the reality. They have to do it on their own. Don't do it for them. They're not going to be stronger. Yeah, they're not going to be stronger. There comes a time where You don't have to tell children. And I told my students this yesterday. I said, you know what? I said, if you see a piece of paper or litter on the ground, somebody don't have to be next to you telling you pick up that. You have to just know that that's what needs to be done and do it on your own. So there is a time to teach. There is a time for teachers, but there's a time to do it on your own. But if every time you see rubbish on the ground and you pick it up and your children did it, and you pick it up for them, they're going to just learn to just leave the rubbish because it always gets picked up. When they leave their plates right on the ground or on the couch where they ate or so on, or the table, and they didn't put it anywhere in the sink, they will always assume by the fact that it's not there when they come back, you pick it up. They're going to assume that that's normal. They're not going to learn responsibility that way. Teach them to do it on their own. The saying goes, give a man a fish, he has fish for one day. But teach a man to fish, he has food for life, because eventually he's going to do it on his own. If you give him a fish, he has fish, but just receiving a handout, that's not sustainable. But teach them how to do it. Oh, trust me. And yeah, that's right. That's why we have, monsters being created, because children are not being taught responsibility, discipline, to do things on their own. So they always have somebody having to tell them what to do. And that kind of mindset will see them in prison. And when they are in prison, certainly they will be told what to do. You have to get up a certain hour, you have to be in a line here, you have to do certain things, stay within this line, all this kind of stuff, you have to follow that guidelines. But don't wait for the prison system to do it. You teach them to do it. Teach them to learn, to think for themselves, to critically think. Critical thinking is important. When I had my first ordeal with near drowning, I had to think critically. I was looking for bait so that I can fish. And I threw my net in the water, and that wave picked me up and threw me into the water. And I had to think critically and said, you know what? I need to remove this. Remember, the rope is tied around my hands. I need to remove this from my hands, because if it stays there, I am going to stay under the water. So I said, Lord, please help me not to hit my head. I prayed that first. And I removed the rope from my hands, because I tied it in a noose so that it gets tighter and so on. So I removed it, easy to remove. But I had to think critically. That's the first thing I need to do. I didn't have anybody there telling me, hey, remove the rope from your hand. I'm underwater. I was by myself at the time as well. There was nobody telling me what to do or helping me through the process. I had to do it on my own. Now, hold on. Don't walk away thinking I'm saying here that Adrian is saying here, do everything by yourself. No. There is a time where we need the help of others. But there is a time where you have to just do it for yourself. Just think about it. Yeah? I see your comments coming in there. I am trying to keep up with it. Good stuff. Joy is saying the child will grow to always be dependent on someone. They need to know independence. That's right. My parents taught me there are sharks out there in the water. But there came a time when they just threw me into the water. The lesson was learned, the time was spent, and I needed to go and see the sharks for myself. They threw me into the water, proverbially. And I had to fend for myself. But I used all that they taught me to keep me where I am today. Children are little geniuses, they have the capabilities, just need the guidance. Yep, Hendrickson is saying, God's word are always true, we cannot go wrong when we try to follow it. That's right. Aaron Austria is saying the system have many of us as slaves, so people can't think and act for themselves. That's right. And many are saying God was with me, and I fully agree. I thank God to this day for that. Diana John is saying, if God clicks his finger and does everything for us, how will we learn to do it? How can we know so we can teach others? Yes, very true. The disciples were taught to disciple, and then they knew how to go and make other disciples. Jesus spent his entire ministry there training 12 men. Yeah, train them. Because he knew he wasn't going to stay. So for 3 years he worked with them, and then he left. And they now had to apply by themselves. what God had taught them. Isn't that a thing? Yeah? The Bible is always right. Can't go wrong with that. You know? But, and again, if you want the children to grow up learning for themselves, thinking for themselves, being responsible, do not do everything for them. Teach them responsibility. There comes a time when you have to let them fold their own clothes. Let them wash their own clothes. Let them do the dishes. Sure, they might do it kind of halfway and you're not too sure about that at the early stages in life, but as they grow older, show them how to do it. Yeah, Shaman is saying children know how to fool others from little. They're smart. They're smart. I had my bout, sister. I know. I was a different kind of devious when I was small. I used to go to the shop to get soft drink. Soda. Sea drink we call it. Sea drink we call it in Trinidad. It was called RC Cola. My mother would love her RC Cola, her black soft drink. She loved that. All the time. Every morning I would go and buy that for her. But I wanted some, and I know that is hers, and I'm not getting some. So what I would do, I would stay by the parlor. I would do two things. Alright? And I'm just showing you how children can think, because they're very smart. I would open the bottle, not to crack the seal. I didn't crack the seal. Turn the bottle just enough so that air could go in, liquid could come out. And I squeezed the bottle, didn't put my mouth in it, squeezed the bottle, and some of the soft drink came out. The RC Cola came out. I would tell the shopkeeper, hey, you give my thing a 3/4, man. And he would change it. So I had a little more. When I reach home now, just before I reach home, I drink some more. Now, of course, some would be missing. My mother would notice some missing. What do I do then? Well, it's very simple. I fill some water in the tub, and I put the bottle to stand upright, and water will displace the air. And so I release the bottle, and so the water from the tub went into the bottle, filled up to where I wanted to fill up, because I drink so much. I know not to drink too much because it will be too watery. You know, those things have plenty carbonate in it, so I have enough time and I have enough water to put in there. So I let the water come in there, displace the air, and it reached to the level it was. Close back the bottle. The seal has been broken, and it tastes just like it was intended to taste. Children smart. Children smart. Now, eventually, someone say open confession. Oh, my mother caught me. I got too ambitious. I did it with cream soda. And the cream soda, it was a little too watery. But, you see, I wasn't too smart in those days as I thought. Because our house was a board house on a height. And those board house, there was always holes somewhere. And my mother was peeping through a hole and she see me come home, but I stayed downstairs a little longer. And she waiting for her stuff, her grocery items and her soft drink. And she saw me doing the thing. And she called me upstairs. Adrian, come. Now again, I told you this before. There was only 2 times my mother would call me upstairs. If I'm in trouble, she called me upstairs. Adrian, come. Or if she bought a chicken roti. Chicken roti is the dal puri with chicken inside it and so on. And she would break off a piece and give me that. She would call me upstairs for a piece. Adrian, come. But I know to myself, whenever she has to get roti, I am the one gets the roti for her. On the road. And that day I didn't go for any roti. So I know it's only one thing I go and get called for. Licks. So she called me up there. She told me exactly what she saw me doing. And I got licks. So it's not, she knows. She knows the other stuff. There are other stuff she doesn't know. And that's water under the bridge. Alright? But children are very intelligent. Teach them to do the right thing from an early age. Don't do it all the time for them. They're going to have that dependency syndrome, and they're going to depend all their life on handouts. They're going to be lazy. They're going to not know responsibility. Yeah? Teach them how to do things. Generally in life, there are certain things we have to do. Yep. The Bible says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Nobody can do that for you. Yeah, sure, we can help each other. We can sharpen each other. We can motivate and encourage and strengthen each other. But on Judgment Day, you have to answer for yourself. Lillian is saying, Adrian, you deserve those licks. Well, I know about that. That didn't feel too nice. Ah, boy. I know it was from a good, and I know it hurt her more than it hurt me. So she says. You know? But, generally in life, there are certain things we're going to have to do for ourselves. Because guess what? Eventually, no one is going to be there to do it for us. I remember the time, and I always marvel at how God works on everything. At every time, we were going fishing, Brother Jairo and I mentioned this before. And I called the mechanic because we shut down because the diesel ran out. So Brother Lyndon went and got diesel for us. And Brother Jairo and myself, we were there sitting, waiting, wondering how to do this thing. So I called my mechanic, didn't get through with him. I called his other phone, didn't get through. And so he said, no, we had to do something about it because fishing hour is going. We had to do this thing. And so we primed the pump. When we got the diesel from Brother Lyndon, put in the hose, primed the pump, it still wasn't started. And I remembered, it happened before, and the mechanic, what he did, he pulled through the hose and some diesel came out. Then he put it in there, so it had an air pocket and it wouldn't start. That's how diesel works. I remember that, but Ajay immediately pulled it through him out, spit out some diesel, put it in, primary pump, started work. We went on our fishing. Alright? The point is, we wouldn't have known how to do it had we depended on the mechanic and had he come. He didn't come. He didn't show up. We didn't get through with him. We had to do it on our own. We have one of those washing machines that, it's those twin tub kind of machines. It has two tubs and a spinner. And it has been the big top section, the timer is just spinning and going back to it. So it wasn't holding the wine in. The timer wasn't working at all. So we had someone come and check it out, and they couldn't get the part for it, and so we were stuck without a washing machine. Only had the small section, and that only holding 2 pieces of clothes or 2 socks. And so my wife, she came up with a bit idea. What if you take the timer from that one and put it on this one? Well, your boy playing, electrician and so on, pull open the thing, and all the gears came out. Now I have to assemble this thing now. It's very small. A series of gears, plus electronic parts, some copper wires, and everything is precise. One turns the thing one direction, and then turns it another direction, and so on. Well, I spent half day working on this thing. Half day working on this thing. And guess what? Now we washing clothes. Like a boss. Because your boy turned into electrician. I had no choice because the guy who came to check it, he didn't have the part. And I fixed it by everything came flying out, bloop, because I don't know about taking my time about these things. All them gears going and fly out, and all the copper and so on gonna come up. I only seen sparks, blow, sparks. Eventually I got it right. And of course it's working a little how now, it's working a little kind of way now, but it's working. We just found out how we can work around it, and we getting it now. I know not perfect electrician, but it works. It spins one way, then it spins the other way. Cuts off when it's ready. Oh, that's all I need to know. Kiki is saying, I wish there was a washing machine man here. My dryer has not worked since COVID. Oh my word. Oh my word. Adrian looking like he just prank his children. And Avanel saying, I feel so. Well, I wouldn't say anything. Yes, my lips are sealed. My lips are sealed. I will say no more. La da 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 da. Alright. So, because the technician couldn't find the part and couldn't come, I learned to do it. I fixed my fridge the same way. And Sister Shaman is saying my friend fixed her own fridge by looking at YouTube. I looked online as well. My fridge was just leaking water. I tried draining the pan, nothing was working. Only to know that in the tube, a tin tube, it was filled with ice. It was clogged up with ice. And that's quite way in the back of the fridge. And so I had to thaw it out, throw some hot water through it. Boom! My fridge works like a boss. And my wife married me again because of it. So, there comes a time when you have to do things for your own self. If people keep helping you for everything, you're not going to learn how to do it. My father always say, that's a one-man job. My father always telling us this. That is a one-man job. What you want two-man come and do that for? You working with your handbrakes up? He always asks us that. You working with your handbrakes up? But he's right. Certain things. Now, certain things you need two people or more. But certain things you could do it on your own. Sometimes my children doing something and they want a little help. I say, no, you could do it by yourself. Try it and they figure it out. It's a one-man job. And he's right. But of course, you have to discern which involves, you need assistance from multiple people or another person. Know your limit. Know what you can do. He keeps saying, thank God for clothesline. Amen. Natural solution. Yeah. Diana John is saying, my mom taught me to stew chicken feet. 11 years. Tried it. It was hard when we ate it. Didn't leave it to boil enough. Next time I tried it, I made sure it boiled enough. I learned. No hard bones. And so that's it. We learned like that. I remember in preaching school days, they got a wild fowl by the neighbor. But Levon Lewis, he would be on the ground 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting with a lasso to pull the chicken. So they had a common fowl, a yard fowl. And the girls and them cooked it for them. But they cook it like a normal broiler. Oh boy, that thing was hard. That's how rubber tastes. You can't cook it for that time. You had pressure cook it or cook it for long. But they learned. You learn to do things on your own. In preaching school, there's the dormitory, or how you pronounce that. I see a lot of young men and women come into that dorm, and they couldn't even wash clothes, they couldn't cook to save their life. And they learned to do it for themselves. Some of them left that dorm. Big chef. That's what we're talking about. Certain things you have to do on your own. You see, and I'll just close off with this. You see how sometimes we depend on others to keep us going on our Christian walk? Stop depending on people to bring your encouragement for you all the time. Well, nobody called me from the church. I'll tell you something. Stop waiting for people to call you. Sometimes you just get up and call somebody. And they might leave a word of encouragement for you as well. You never know. But don't always wait for somebody to be your encouragement. Work it out for yourself sometimes. Because sometimes you and God alone are there. And your prayers get you through. The encouragement that Brother Hendrickson gave you last time, that's the encouragement that you're going to use today, a month later. So many times people ain't calling us, so many times people ain't visiting us, they leave us alone. But I'll tell you this, don't wait for that to happen. There are certain things we just have to work out on our own. Because at the end of the day, in Judgment Day, while people may have to answer for why they didn't encourage others, or you still have to stand in Judgment Day and say why you didn't maintain your salvation. You have to answer on your own. You're on your own with that one. Have no group answering fee or group answering package there with that one. You're on your own. Right? And yeah, again, I'm not saying that you don't need encouragement from the brethren. We all do need encouragement. We all need that strengthening. Yes, even the strong needs strengthening and the weak needs strengthening as well. But don't depend on it. Yeah? Depend on the word of God to be your strength and your guide. And you know what? By you doing this on your own, by you going through the school of hard knocks, you can come out helping others as well. Just by your struggle. Yeah? And you learn how to do it on your own. And others can do it on their own as well. Alright? And now, not every time, as I say, people might have to do it on their own. But because you do it on your own and you learn the rough way, you can help somebody or work alongside somebody. And eventually teach them how to fish. In that aspect, proverbially. So, some things you have to do on your own. Don't help the chicken pip. Don't help the butterfly come out of its cocoon. Don't carry the turtle to the water. Let them do it on their own. Now, if you find that there's a predator around circling over the, over the turtles, you stay with them, but let them reach to the water. You guide them through it, but you're not helping them by lifting them up and putting them in the water. No. Go spooning them out. No. Alright? So, that's what we are about today. We are talking about the chickens, butterflies, and turtles. And how about you? doing stuff for yourself. So eventually nobody can tell you, hey, something is not right here. Let me fix it. No, you on your own know to do that. This rubbish on the ground here, let me pick it up. Nobody will tell you to do that. You know how to do that because you're responsible. Somebody doing something wrong, you know how to help them through the process. That's how it goes. Yeah? That's how it goes. Chickens, butterflies, and turtles. I hope that this would have been an encouragement to you. As I said, I shared this yesterday with my students to never forget that, you know, they're gonna have to do some stuff on their own. Yeah, when nobody is watching, that's when they're gonna have to put it to the test. Yeah, I've had experience on that already. Yeah, so that's the lesson this morning. But before we go, I have a second question for you. So listen this very carefully. YouTubers, Facebookers, here's your question. Your second and final question for the day. How many times can you subtract 10 from 100? I'll call it on the maths biz here now. How many times can you subtract 10 from 100? That's your question. Let's see the answers coming in there now. How many times can you subtract 10 from 100? Let's go. Let's see the answers coming in. Meanwhile, I want to shout out our sponsors. M&A Home Store. Yeah, get it everywhere. Get everything there, right there. You know, we have Arvel Jean-Jacques, health coach. Check her out. Get our tips coming in there. Thank you for the support. Grill in the Ville, it's Grillicious. Check them out as well. We have Wayne Pascal, artist, and he has some Bible material for us. Christian Evidences, check it out as well. Just want to shout out to all our sponsors. You keep this show going. Oh, by the way, you see I got my little merch here. Alright, big up to my boy Leon Lewis for supplying these. Good stuff. We repping LABL everywhere we go. That's right. We repping LABL. Live a better life. That's right. Look out for us. We're all around the place. So your question is, how many times can you subtract 10 from 100? I see the smart people are here. I feel as the lesson help you get smarter. I feel as the lesson help you get smarter. But all of us seem to be correct. Once. That's right. One time you can subtract 10 from 100. The next time you'll be subtracting 10 from 90. Yep. Once you subtract 10 from 100 once, the next time you have to subtract 10 is going to be from 90. That's right. I catch some people, but oh, you all are too smart. Diana Jonathan, as many times as you want, just keep writing it over and over. Oh yes, I catch some people. Joy, good shot, I catch Joy. Yep, I catch some people, right? But oh, you all are so smart. But I still haven't come with an easy question because you all got a little hard one. I thought so. But I'll come back for you again. Alright? As we prepare to close up the session, we want to acknowledge those celebrating their birthdays and their anniversaries today. It's a special day? Oh yes. Let's sing a song for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. Alright, and I'll raise my glass to that. Give a toast. Ah, yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary to you. Celebrate you. Celebrate your accomplishment. Yep. Celebrate coming this far. Oh yes, every day we wake up is a reason to celebrate. But birthdays are just special. It's just extra special. Alright. So this morning I just want to say share the love, share the life, share the message to those around us. Remember, if you want to help your children, teach them. Don't put the spoon in the mouth. No. There's a time for that, and there's a time you just let them pick up the spoon for themselves. You yourselves, your Christian walk, your daily life, you're gonna have to do some things for yourself. Don't depend on others. Stop depending on people. Yes, we need each other, but stop depending on each other. We can't function if nobody is around. No. You, God, that's it. Sometimes that's all you need. And that now can strengthen you so you can strengthen others. You can comfort others with the comfort which He has comforted you. So, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy this session. I hope you continue to have a blessed day. Keep smiling. Keep sharing that love, sharing that positivity. All right. And enjoy your day today. It's wonderful. It's wacky. It's woohoo. It's what's up with this day? Wednesday. It's your day. All right. It's the middle of the week. Let's go. Have a great time. Remember Bible chat at high noon. Remember those. That's noon. All right. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Check them out. All right. Good stuff coming up. Good stuff coming up. All right. Remember Mike at night as well. All right. Keep in tune with that. And lots of stuff coming up. Good stuff right through. And keep that positivity going. It's Winning Wednesday, says Avril Jean Jacques. To those on YouTube, we say goodbye as well. All right. And by the way, we give props to Kiki, who gave the answer first for our second question. Congratulations, you have bragging rights for the second questions, Kiki. All right. Keep cooking. All right. Nice. Wonderful. As we close, let's end with a song. Want to big up my boy Sydney in the background, making the magic happen. All right. God bless you all. Take care. We're going to sing We're Part of the Family. That's been born again. God bless you all. We're part of the family that's been born again. Part of the family whose love knows no end. For Jesus has saved us and made us his own. And now we're part of the family that's on its way home. And sometimes we laugh together, and sometimes we cry, and sometimes we share together heartaches and sigh. And sometimes we dream together of how it will be when we all get to heaven, God's family. God bless you. Keep smiling. Bye-bye.